Apparently, all it took was just an announcement from the Federal Reserve that that last rate hike we saw a couple of weeks back might be it for a while. Then people were jumping in to apply for mortgages and refinance the homes they're already in. How long that lasts, anyone's guess. Tim Rood would know, the former Fannie Mae executive. Tim, what do you think of what's happening in housing right now?
Hi, Neil. Good to see you. Well, I mean, to your point, there's no better proxy for the health of the housing market than interest rates. And there's kind of an inverse relationship going on, as you've seen play out really explicitly over the last year, which is as interest rates go up, demand and values plateau. Now you've seen a whole new enthusiasm in 2023 after a pretty depressing second half of 2022 because interest rates went up. Well, now we started 2023 with interest rates closer to 6%, have been waffling between 6 and 6.5%. And boy, howdy, it's been a hot market, all things considered.
Do you think it stays that way, Tim, or do we have some headwinds here?
You know, it's really, again, back to the interest rate. So if we listen to Powell from last week and he says, hey, look, basically, we're pretty much done. If we hear any new information that we were surprised by to the upside in terms of more inflation, then they reserve the right to do something else. But it seems like, again, based on the information that we just got this morning, that inflation is kind of plateauing to heading down. And so I think that's going to be good news for the housing market because demand is still there, despite the fact that there being very little supply. On the demand side, even though affordability is really the worst it's been probably on record, there's still enough people who can pay for cash and who don't need to sell a house to buy a house, and that's particularly strong for the new home market.
And still limited supply in these hot markets that aren't as hot, but limited supply, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, there's supply. It's funny. You see, obviously, on the affordable side, anything under, say, median sales prices around 400, or anything on the lower end of that is doing exceedingly well. The higher end market, particularly the new home sales, is doing well. So I think overall it's going pretty well. Again, everybody's anxious about interest rates, but the reality is, even though you saw 30-odd% appreciation during COVID, and you figured that 2023 was going to see some of that give back, it has given back a lot of the appreciation from last year, but 7 out of 10 markets in 2023 are still up on a year-over-year basis.
Very good point. Final word on that, Tim Rood. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Want to go to Brian?